Hi ladies, it's Ziva here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am getting all cherry red and this top is from Zara, by the way. Let's get into today's topic, which I'll be completely honest, today I kind of have a rough guideline, a rough outline of what I want to speak about, but I'm just kind of, there's no real set topic is what I'm trying to say. Just a few things that I want to speak about. I know that it's coming up to Christmas and some people are maybe getting too in their head based on some of the DMs I'm receiving. Some people are getting a bit too in their head about, okay, Christmas time is coming, it's been another year, and maybe just feeling a bit deflated about their dating situations. So this is what we're going to be discussing, and amongst other things. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Definitely subscribe if you aren't. You're going to enjoy my content if you like dating content, self-improvement content, femininity content, and no nonsense content. Thumbs up and comment, say hello. This really helps to support my channel. I think that what's good to remember is that you don't want to take yourself too seriously. Sometimes I feel like we can have so much rigidity when it comes to thinking that, okay, we need to look a certain way, we need to go outside, we need to walk a certain way, we need to present ourselves a certain way, we need to be this feminine woman, and we need to uphold this, and we need to uphold this, this character and really become the woman who we want to be, and we need to do our feminine voice control, and we need to not give away everything because we're trying to protect ourselves as well, and this and that, and oh, there's a lot that goes into it. We don't have to take everything so seriously. We don't have to take ourselves so seriously. We don't have to take life so seriously. And we need to kind of chill out a little bit. I'm aware that when you're thinking about, okay, I want to upkeep my feminine voice control, that's something that I'm constantly thinking about, okay, but it doesn't have to be in a stressful way. There's no discipline that's going to happen if you don't put it into place. It's just your own personal journey, something you want to do for yourself, but it's nothing that you're being forced to do. Even in terms of wearing makeup, you don't have to. It's something you're choosing to do by choice to make yourself feel better. But there's no pressure on things, and you don't have to be so hard on yourselves is what I'm trying to get at. You don't want this to kind of be consuming your life. Femininity, feminine voice control, being a certain way on my dates and, captivating them, blah, blah, blah. Like, we've got to chill out. It's more so about that these things are just going to help you to be able to date better, and they're just all round going to give you a better life experience. When I go out and I'm in the world and I have, because I've done these tests, I've gone out with makeup on like this, wig, nice outfit, and life is one way, okay? Even the tailor that I go to, so that's how he's used to seeing me. I went in there, I had my eyebrows on, and my lips done, and a tiny bit of mascara, a wig, and a baker boy hat. So it was still giving like chic kind of style. And he was like, "Oh wow, you look really different today." And I just, made a joke and said, "Yeah, I just incognito today," which I kind of was being, and I just had my hat on because I was just feeling like it was just a relaxed day. I couldn't be bothered to, do my wig properly. I just wanted to throw a hat on. Didn't want to do full face of makeup, just did, the necessities. And even he noticed the difference. I wasn't expecting him to, but he did. I see a difference in terms of the looks that I get, and there's just a difference generally, but it's not going to make me feel like, okay, I'm never ever going to go out without makeup on again. I can't do that anymore, or I can't wear minimal makeup anymore. ever. I've got to keep up my femininity journey, this you know, this woman I'm becoming. I feel like, yes, that is who you are, but even when you don't have everything on, you still are that person. You're just not displaying it at that moment. And I think, you know, we're still normal people, we're everyday regular women, just elevated ones, and we are that way mentally, but we don't always, like, I don't want you to feel like you're in a box, kind of like you have to be so rigid with this new femininity journey. It's one that's supposed to be fun and uplifting, and it's supposed to be a happy experience. So even if there's one day and you just feel like, gosh, I really just want to run somewhere, don't want to put anything on, don't really care about, you know, maybe approaches, or just living my life today, don't do it. You know, just live your life. It's not something you have to do every single day, or, you know, I'm going to come over there and, you know, give you a smack on the hand. That's not going to happen. Let's just remember that even me myself, if I'm going for a walk, if I'm out with my little nephew, we're going to the park, I'm going to wear my trainers. I'm not going to have makeup on. I'm going to, you know, have my hair in a bun. You know, this is just whatever. Like, it's not always necessary to do everything all the time. It's also nice to not have the pressure or in your own mind of having to do this. Oh my gosh, I have to do this, you know, blah blah blah. It's supposed to be a nice, joyous, fruitful experience. So if it isn't feeling that way, then let's just try to remember that, you know, it's not a law. It doesn't have to be enforced every minute of every day. So let's just try to relax mentally about the femininity journey, because it is supposed to be positive. Yes, we're supposed to be doing this, like, this is who we're morphing ourselves into, but just because you have your makeup off one day, it doesn't mean that your mentality has shifted. It doesn't mean you're going to go back to dating and start regressing and dating, you know, people who just aren't kind of meeting the standards that you want in terms of dating. It doesn't mean any of that. It doesn't mean that your femininity is going to fall off the face of the earth just because you're not wearing makeup and you're popping to Sainsbury's, you know. So just bear this in mind, that, you know, we don't need full on rigidity, but when you're going out and you say to yourself, right, I want to be approached today, or I'm going to this place, of course I need to look nice, or you just feel like, you know, making the most of yourself, then do it. But if one day you're just going for a walk, or you're doing exercise, you're going to Pilates, you don't need, like, it's not by force. It's not forced. It shouldn't be forced in every single scenario in life. I remember for myself, when I was kind of, not exactly when I was just starting out, but when my look started, I would say, progressing a little bit more, it was getting better. And I remember that I was becoming so self-conscious about everything, my placement, just what body language am I giving off, you know, hair placement, just so many things. And I remember just thinking, I can't live like this. Like, no, this is supposed to, like, I just am who I am. I'm going to put effort in, and then I'm going to let it go. You know, you put effort in beginning of the day when you're getting ready, when you go out, you know, you have a nice walk. It's just who you become. And then you're not constantly thinking about it. It's not something that should be like torturous to you. Because along, my earlier journey, I was just really thinking about it so much, just like constantly thinking about it. When I was out, sitting, placement, I'm like always thinking about things, and it was kind of, it just, honestly, it wasn't fun. It was a bit stressful at times. And then I realized, like, stop taking myself so seriously and just kind of relax. I'm already the woman who I want to be, and still becoming her, you know, still growing, of course, as we all are. and I realized, look, just chill out a little bit and just relax. And then I started to not take myself too seriously, even though generally I am a serious person. Like I'm just like, that's more my personality. But at the same time, it's nice to not be rigid. We don't want to do that. So just remember, ladies, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be a nice experience, and you're becoming the woman who you want to be. It's something that is positive, it's life-changing, it's exciting. It's door opening for other opportunities that would have been bolted closed beforehand, before you did your glow up femininity journey. So it's all around positive. This is a good time for me to tell you to be really kind to yourselves. If you are definitely feeling like, gosh, things aren't working out for me, you're in a state of like sheer disappointment perhaps, then in terms of, you know, your dating lives, your dating experiences, just not having what you want, not being able to get the men who you want to date yet, let's start thinking about ways to shift that disappointment without being too rigid in ourselves, without stressing ourselves out too much. How can we do that? Now, my advice would be for you to, you know, put your makeup on, put your outfits on, and go out, of course, as much as possible to raise your opportunities of, you know, approaches happening, of course. But I want you to go out with a plan in mind for yourself, as in a plan of action. What are you going to do that day? Not for your only objective to be, let me go out, see if anyone's going to approach me. I think that we've got to start living our lives for ourselves, and then you're looking good, you're living your life, and see who then enters it, as opposed to going out to be placed into somebody else's life, as opposed to going out feeling like you're half full, wanting to go out and be made whole by an approach happening. I think that's just way too much pressure for any woman to be putting on herself, and it's really not the kind of mentality that you want towards this. So instead, have a plan of action for yourself. What do I want to do today? If you don't have any set plans, then go and do some, you know, some shopping. Go in and mooch in a few shops. If you don't want to spend any money, then just try on a few things and get some inspiration for possible outfit ideas, or go into a shop and smell some perfume, or and see a new scent that you might want to try, or go to a museum, or go to a bookshop and find yourself a new book. But you can go into the areas where the men who you want to date are in, to do all of these things. Don't go to your local coffee shop or whatever. Go to a coffee shop near offices where the men who you want to date are in. These are the changes to make. So you're not fully changing your life to meet somebody, you know, you're not making your life all about men, all about meeting men. You're making your life about you, okay? About being you, being the woman you want to be, looking how you want to look, smelling how you want to look, doing your makeup how you want, your hair, you know, your walk, your feminine voice control journey. You're taking those steps to be the woman you want to be. And you also know the things that you enjoy doing. So you're doing those things, but just putting yourself in closer proximity to the men who you would like, to the men who you're open to having approaches from. And that is the healthiest way to go about this dating and feminine glow up journey. That's the healthiest way to go about it. That's the healthiest way to look at it, because then you're living your life for yourself. You're still doing what you want to do. You're going out doing the things that you would be doing anyway, but you're giving yourself more opportunity to have the other thing that's at the back of your mind, the back, not the forefront, at the back of your mind, which is, yeah, being approached. This is the healthier way to view things, so that you're limiting that area and that opportunity for disappointment to creep in if you don't have those approaches that day, because then you're not putting too much pressure on it. If you're really, really serious about becoming the woman who you want to be, then you're first. You're the most important thing. And anything that else happens is secondary, right? So as long as you're happy, you're doing the things you want to do that day, you're looking good, you're feeling good, that is what counts. That's what you focus on, and the approaches will just happen naturally from that. That's really what I'm trying to explain. Of course, women are not loving online dating because there are lots of annoying people in there. It can be difficult kind of fishing people out, because really you're making yourself more accessible to everybody. The people who in real life you would be dodging and weaving and crossing the road to get away from, you can't do that online. You know, they're able to have access to your profile and to like it and to send you a comment or something, a message, and that is the main irritating part about online dating, for me anyway. It's just the accessibility to every single Tom, Dick and Harry that you just don't want any accessibility to. At the end of the day though, there are also men on there who are very busy. They don't have time to go out to bars and meet women, or they just not doing that. And there are men who are serious about finding somebody, and you know, they're online because it's more convenient, because they're working a lot, and that just makes it a lot easier. So to take off some of the pressure from in-person approaches, go online simultaneously, but still continue to put yourselves out there, and remember that the pressure is off. This will help you to have less disappointment, in my mind, because you have, okay, you're going out for you, you're living your own life, you're putting that first. That's first and foremost. Your fallback is the online dating profile. You know, it's just another way for you to meet men, giving yourself a broader range of opportunities to meet different people who you just can't meet everybody in one day. So it just gives you more accessibility to more men. And then of course you're going out in person, living your life for you, but that is also another way to meet them. But also, of course, you're using your brain and you're putting yourselves in the areas where you know that they are in. Now, another thing I guess I want to speak about are events. Christmas can be a romantic time of year. I think Christmas is the most romantic time of year. Forget Valentine's Day. I think that is probably the cheesiest time of year for me, and the cringiest, but Christmas is the most romantic. It's the lights, it's the music, the songs, presents, gifts, carols, concerts, festivities, port, mince pies. Like, it just makes me feel so happy. I love the Christmas season. It is an exciting time of year, and it's definitely very romantic, but it's also the loneliest time of year. And I'm sure you've all heard that song. If you are single around the Christmas season and you don't want to be, it can be a very lonely time of year. This is when you're noticing couples coming left, right and center. You never noticed so many people were together before until Christmas time. I really do feel like a lot of people get together around that time for that purpose, and then they're breaking up or they're not dating anymore because they're really not that serious about one another. It's just to kind of get through that lonely time of year together. And going into the new year, there are more events, and it's nice to have somebody to do those things with. That's why I think you start seeing a lot more couples around this time of year. But the plus side to this is that men are also feeling lonely at this time of year. I don't think as lonely as some women can get, because of course women are more emotionally based, and this is not a negative thing, this is a positive thing, but it means that our emotions are guiding us and keeping us safe, really. Shout out to that video that I did a couple of years ago. That was very insightful. If you saw it, then shout out to you. But this can be a lonely time of year, and men are also feeling a bit lonely. This is also the time of year where men are also feeling a bit lonely, so they're wanting to go out and meet somebody, or they're really online trying to meet somebody. Before I forget this, I want to mention that online dating apps like Hinge actually specify if you're wanting monogamy, if you're figuring out your dating goals, that's another option. If you want children, if you have children, these are all options that are specified on the Hinge dating profile. Just FYI, if you are looking for one to sign up on, there you go. But this is also a time of year where people are really going to events. You're going to see more people where people are really going to events, pushing themselves to go out and enjoy this time, enjoy the season, the festivities, the holiday season. So a couple of things that I would recommend for you to do are events, not necessarily singles events, but of course those as well if you are single. But go to like Christmas events, go to Christmas events, go to singles events, of course, go to speed dating events if you want to. Why not? Like I said before, don't take yourself too seriously. Just don't do that, and push yourself out there. Put yourself out there, push yourself, and have fun, you know. These are just different avenues, different ways to meet people, which is ultimately what you're trying to do, you know. So don't limit yourself on the way that you do it. Just push yourself to do lots of different things to have that end result that you want, which is meeting people. So definitely remember this, ladies. Don't take yourselves too seriously. Don't allow yourselves to be too caught up too in your head about placement and, you know, how you're coming across to everybody, and become the woman who you want to be, and then just live your life and kind of relax about it, because you already are her. So that takes off a lot of the pressure already. Now it's about somebody coming to you to impress you, but not you having to do anything additional. You know, you're already doing everything you need to do. You've already done it, right? Doing your femininity, glow up, journey, transformation, like you're doing it all. And you're going out, living your life. That's how you meet people. Maybe go online as well. That's how you meet people. Go to different classes, go to festivities, go to like farmers markets, Christmas markets, and just put yourself out there, enjoying life, and approaches will happen. So just take the pressure off yourself. Remember that, you know, I'm in this with you. There are lots of other women in this with you who are also doing the same thing, you know. That's why we have this channel. That's why we have this kind of community here, which I love because it's very positive. Lots of us are doing this together, and even if I was the only woman in the world, I would still be doing it, because I rate this. I really do the things that I speak about in all of my videos, and this is what I believe, and deeply I just completely feel that you should be doing. This is where your mindset should be at. It's more of a positive mindset. It's less stressful, and it's more fun, and just being and living in the moment, enjoying life and meeting people along the way. And this is where I want you to get to, but of course using your brain cells and thinking, look, I want to meet somebody, let me go to this area, let me go to near offices, or let me run this errand that I needed to do, but let me go and do it there. On that note, ladies, I think I'm going to love you and leave you here, because I want to keep this short, sweet, straight to the point. But you know what, I do want to do even longer videos. I want my videos to be like an hour long, so you can really get into them when you're watching them and you're doing your makeup to get ready. I will see you in my next video. If you got this far, then definitely comment a heart emoji, red heart emojis, red hearts, and I will see you in my next video.